Welcome to News Desk, where we take a global and exclusive look at evocative issues affecting public attitudes in health, economics, politics, and arts and culture. My name is Brenda Kitur. First, a look at major stories making headlines. The US Time's Up campaign has launched a new campaign dubbed 4% Challenge to help draw attention to the inequality in the film industry. Lionheart becomes the first African movie to be exclusively distributed by American streaming giant Netflix. DaystarUniversity appoints new vice-chancellor after last year's strike to call for change. According to the US campaign group Time's Up, movies that made most money in 2018, such as Black Panther, The Avengers, and Infinity War, were all directed by men. According to their findings, only 4% of the biggest earning films from the past decade have been directed by women. As a result, Time's Up has launched the campaign dubbed 4% Challenge to draw attention to this inequality.
But we stand together on these steps today as a symbol of our determination and our commitment to progress. We are writers, we are producers, we are directors, actresses, cinematographers, talent agents, editors, distributors, sales agents, and all of us are involved in the cinematic arts.
We're all terrified. Now it's
the men
like the men are terrified, the predators are hiding and terrified. You feel it, I mean, it's like a very palpable atmosphere. And I think I said it before and I didn't continue on that thought. It's a very exciting time for men now. Because men have the opportunity, which is so beautiful, to rethink of what does it mean to be a man. I think what has to happen mostly now is not just think about it and talk about it. It is very important that it doesn't become a political rhetoric.
What do you mean by that?
Like something we talk about and we whine about and we complain about and we're indignated about. Let's not waste a lot of time on this. Now this is the time for action.
Today being International Women's Day, celebrated Nigerian actress, producer and director Genevieve Nnaji has become the first female Nollywood billionaire after American streaming giant Netflix acquired her blockbuster film Lionheart. The film was written, directed and produced by Genevieve Nnaji and is the first original Nigerian movie distributed exclusively on Netflix.
Don't like to speak much. But thank you so much, guys, for coming and supporting this film. This is a passion project, and obviously, it's my first time behind the camera. So I am really, really excited to share this project with you. It was produced from the heart, and I hope you enjoy it. And I really want to thank the festival for seeing the potential in this film and allowing us to showcase our artistry and our craft, and most importantly, our culture. Thank you and enjoy.
You wouldn't accept this at your favorite restaurant, so why accept it from your network? Airtel, the smartphone network.
Welcome back. Moving to our major story, the chairman of Daystar University Council announced the appointment of Professor Laban Peter Njiru as the fourth Vice-Chancellor of Daystar University. Today, the newly appointed Vice-Chancellor will be officially inducted, and our senior reporter SamuelMuthomi, who is on the ground live from Daystar University, is going to give us a brief report on how things are going on the ground. Samuel, if you can hear me, what is the general mood at Daystar University as they welcome the new Vice-Chancellor?
So yes, Brenda, we are at Daystar University. As you can see, the new Vice-Chancellor, the expected new Vice-Chancellor is right behind me. And this Vice-Chancellor has brought a lot of hope and relief. The mood here in Daystar University is a hope of relief. And because for the past 1 year, we haven't had a sitting Vice-Chancellor in Daystar. As you remember in 2017, we had a strike which was led by Eloise, and this strike brought a lot of allegations toward the sitting Vice-Chancellor, who then had to step down from his sitting position as the Vice-Chancellor. So we are Daystar, and we have Mr. Eloise right here with us, and Mr. Eloise, I have one question for you. Being the president of Daystar, what are your expectations of the new Vice-Chancellor?
Well, I think for a long time we've had Vice-Chancellors who are more project-based approach, but I think for the first time we have a Vice-Chancellor who's looking more into using a student-centered approach. So for me, and after advocating for so many things, my approach and what I would want in a Vice-Chancellor is just one who is very student-centered and student-focused, student-oriented, so looking at solving student issues first.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Alex.
Thank you too.
Okay, Samuel, and what can you tell us about Professor Njiru in relation to his professional experience?
So Professor Laban Njiru is the former Vice-Chancellor of Moi University. He also has a PhD in research methods, and on top of that, while he was in Moi University, he was the Director of Quality Assurance. He was also the DVC of Administration and Planning, and while in all that, with all that history, he's also a teacher who was taught in the United States, in the Indiana University. He's also taught in Africa, which is the Nelson Mandela University in South Africa. And to add on top of all these qualifications, he's also the leading consultant on UNICEF and World Bank on matters concerning education and educational reforms. And since we're in Daystar, you'd wonder about you'd ask about his religion or his faith. And he's a member of the Assemblies of God. I'm sorry for this. In matters of faith, he's a member of the Pentecostal Assemblies of God. So with all that put in place, it kind of gives you the image of why Daystar chose him. Kind of tells you why Daystar chose him. So back to you, Brenda, in the studio.
Thank you for that, Sam. We would like to wish the Daystar community all the best as they begin their new journey with their new Vice-Chancellor. That's all we had for you today. Thank you for tuning in. I have been your host, Brenda Kitur. Be sure to join us during our subsequent bulletins only on News Desk.